Hi, my name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing okay. Today we're taking a look at yet another new app from the weird and wonderful world of Alex Nadzharov, but this one is a game changer. This is Takeamidi. Let's Oj! So what exactly is Takeamidi? Well, it's basically an incredibly easy to use MIDI monitor with something very special and incredibly powerful for sharing MIDI across doors, especially for those who use Logic Pro for iPad and wish they could export MIDI into other apps. You will find Takeamidi on the App Store for the ridiculously low price of $1.99. And trust me, it will be the best $1.99 that you have spent in a very long time. It is also available in a bundle on the App Store. You can see it here. It also includes two other of Alex's new apps called MIDI Freeze and MIDI Delay. You can get all three for $7.99. Okay, let's dive in and show you just how powerful this app really is. Okay, so here we are now in AUM, and let's show you how this thing works. So first we're going to load up a MIDI processor channel and an audio channel. First I'm going to load in here something like Scalar just to generate some chords for us. Once that is loaded, we will load another node here with Takeamidi. Do a search for it. There we go, Takeamidi. To keep things simple, as always, we're going to just bring in a piano tech. That's nice. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to send Scalar out to Takeamidi, and then we're going to send Takeamidi out to Piano Tech. So all these are connected now. Now what I need to do is come in here to Scalar. We want to choose just a simple progression. We'll go into 80s, choose 80s number 1. So we've got a G flat major. We're going to drag these chords. And we'll set a loop on this. So that's all done. And now if we open up Takeamidi, you'll see those notes. So this is recording the notes in. Let's make it full screen. Now, we'll run through the options here. The first thing we're going to cover is this little plus section up here. When we click on this, you get a whole lot of options up here, and you can choose which MIDI channels are accepting the sound. So you can go in here individually and turn these on and off. So you might have 16 channels of MIDI. You want all to come through at once. If you hit the channel button here with the star on it, it turns them all off. Now up here, if we hit the star up here, it will turn off this first selection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types of inputs. Now these are N is for note on, note off. CC is for control change. P/AT is polyphonic aftertouch or polyphonic key pressure. PC here is program change, AT is aftertouch, and PB is pitch bend. And you also have the ability to turn off system common messages, real-time messages, and system exclusive messages. So pretty powerful stuff. This can record a lot of MIDI data. Hit the plus, that disappears. Let's move over down the bottom here. Now there's this little square down here with my little pointer hovering over it. This thing here, let me point at that, is the magic. That's where the magic happens. So you can change your grid also from time to beats. Well, I'm going to sync to tempo to host, so you can do that. Choose your own tempo, select your BPM, tap, you can do all that stuff. Change your divisions. Yeah, you've got triplets here. You can snap to grid or snap to object. Now, if we open up this bottom part down here, this is where all your MIDI events will start coming through. So I'm just going to turn down the piano, hit play, and we'll start to see MIDI events come through. Not only here, now they're not coming through. We're not seeing anything here, right? Nothing's actually coming through. Let's stop this. We'll pause this, so we'll let these notes come through. Let's just pause it. And so I've stopped the music up here. We've hit pause up here, and here are these notes. Now I can select at any time and draw over these notes. Now if we come down here, you will see all of the, we've got our events all up here. We've got all of our messages, and we've got our hex messages as well. So very powerful stuff there indeed. But we're not going to focus on the actual, on that kind of stuff, on the MIDI monitoring today. We can clear this, bang, and that's gone. Turn off select, and we're back to a clear bass here. Let's talk about this section up here. Now, we can slow this down. So you can record 10 seconds at a time. I like to change this to a minute. You've got 10 minutes, and we've got this little color button down here. And the color enables different colors for channel messages, okay? So now that we've got this in here, I want to record some MIDI. And also, so we've got a wait button here. So this will wait until an incoming note comes in before it starts recording. So just so you know that. Let's turn off pause and it starts moving again. We can see it's a much slower movement because it's set to a minute. So let's go back to the start of this and hit play. And it's going to start recording these chords in. We'll let it do its thing. So I'm going to pause this now and stop this. So what can we do with these notes? Well, this is where it gets very exciting. So I'm going to hit select, and I can drag wherever I want now that select is. So we're just going to drag over, copy as many of these chords in as we want, and there we go. But what can I do now that I've selected these? Well, let's stick within AUM at the moment. I'm just going to close this out for a minute, create a new node over here, and just load up Helium. By 4Pockets, fantastic app. You really should own this if you've got AUM. And I'm going to open this up over here, put that down there. We'll come back to our little Takeamidi, make this a bit smaller. And this is where the magic of this little button comes in. Once you've got your notes selected, you can now hold on this and drag, and you'll see this little square floating around. Now I can drag this wherever I want. We can take this into Helium and hit the plus, and look at that. We have dragged in all of this MIDI into here. That is wild. And it all works, you know, obviously it's going to work. If we disable Takeamidi from here, take this out of the mix, and now send Helium port 1 out to Piano Tech. Close that, open up here, we'll sync this, we'll put a loop on it, set a loop on this, hit play, and there you go. So essentially you could come in here now and save this MIDI, open it somewhere else, but wait, because this gets very exciting. What if I want to drag in this stuff into something like Logic? Can I do that? Oh man, this is where this app is just mind-blowing. Let's jump out of here, and we're going to open up Logic Pro for iPad. We'll create a brand new project, and we'll create a MIDI channel. So let's create a MIDI channel. Let's throw in a instrument. So we've got Piano Tech here. We can just select Piano Tech. Ready to go. Let's remove this piano and remove that. So we've got a channel ready to go. Let's swipe up, come back over here to AUM, open up Takeamidi. Now it's still selected over here. Make it full screen. Grab this little box. I can move this up here, and I'm still holding down on this with a finger, or like on my mouse. As you can see, I'll show you here. Let's go overhead. So you can see I'm holding down the mouse. I can move this little box around. Let's go back here. Now I'm going to swipe up from the bottom, come back over here to Logic, and look at this. I can drag this in, let go. It gives me the option to import the tempo. Boom, import tempo, hit play. Bada bing, bada bomb, bada beep, boop, boo. Very exciting stuff, right? So we've imported that. Let's kill this. But can I go the other way? Can I do it the other way? Can I go crazy and load something in Logic and then load it, say, back into Helium? Well, let's go back over here to Helium. We'll close this out of here. I want to delete all of this, so we'll select all this here. Let's remove it, so we've got a blank slate back over here, and we'll just kill the loop button, make sure that's... Anyway, let's come back over here now to Logic Pro, and say I want to... Let's just kill this. I want to use the session player and use the amazing session player for the keys. Let's load the keyboard player, hit bang, and we've got this wonderful piece here by our Logic player. And this is one of the most powerful things about Logic, is the ability to come in here and change these wonderful fills and really go crazy with the Logic player. All right, but can we do this? Let's go back over here, and on this channel, we're going to close this out of here. Load up, we've got our studio piano, all the notes here. Let's go to our MIDI effects channel and load up Takeamidi. Well, I think we can do it. In fact, we can. So once again, I'm going to go over here and set this to a minute, just so we've got it a little bit slow and we can see the whole process of it coming in. And as soon as I hit play, you can see it's already recording this MIDI straight in. And look at that. Can you see these other lines? This is a representation of all the other features of the velocity. All that stuff is being drawn in here as well. Super, super cool. We'll wait till this gets to the end. Oh my God, I love this app so much. Okay, so we'll stop this and we'll make this a little bit larger and we'll hit pause up the top here. Now we'll hit select and let's grab all of this. And I'm going to grab our little square down the bottom, lift it off, swipe up, come back over here, open up Helium, and oh my Lord, are you ready? Look at that. Let's just kill this. Wow. And it's, look, you can see, even see if we zoom in, it's maintained all of the velocities. So you can see the different colors in the notes. Very, very impressive stuff. And, you know, you can see it when you hit copy with it, unfortunately, like it's so small. Let's just go back over here. Just a few little things I want to cover. So you can see it's so small here. You're copying this whole lot. So you're getting this space at the start. So if we head back over here to AUM, we can grab all of this and line it up so it's, you know, actually in time. So if we select all of this, then we can come over and move the whole lot. So it's actually, let's grab it. So now it should play in time. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. All right, so there's a way to export Logic. So, you know, you can use the Logic bass player, you can use the Logic drummer. All right, can we do this for, I don't know, Cubasis? Can we export Logic stuff in Cubasis? Well, we're going to give it a go, aren't we? So let's open up Cubasis. Let's do a swipe down, Cubasis. Okay, here we are. We'll create a new project. We'll call this Takeamidi demo, create. All right, I'm going to go back over here to Logic, hold our little button down here, move it up, swipe up, come over here. Oh, wow, look, it's letting us do it. Let's paste it in. Boom. How good is that? Now, again, it's maintained this beginning. We can go in here and chop that off a little bit. So, of course, if you can quantize this a little bit so you're not chopping off that whole lot. But how good is that? Let's bring it in here, hit play. No way. Just to be able to take the amazing power of Logic now with those players and move it into something that you'd prefer to use it in is incredible. Because, you know, there's quite a few of us out there who own a lot of DAWs and we bounce between them. Okay, time for some deep cuts. What if I wanted to take that piano player stuff and move it into something like, I don't know, Nanostudio? Could we do that? Well, let's find out. So I've opened up Nanostudio here. We're going to create a brand new project. Let's hit new and I will discard this one. We'll call this show demo. Let's do that. Show demo. We'll just put a 1 there, hit create. All right, so we want to go in here to our project and I want to add a new track. So let's go in and add an AU instrument track. And let's go in here and we'll make this, I don't know, we'll choose a piano, like maybe a pure piano or something. AU instrument, yes. We've got pure piano, so we'll choose this one. That's selected. We're ready to go. Come back over here. So can I drag the MIDI in from Logic? Well, let's take a look. So we'll head back over to Logic. We've still got this same piano pattern here. We'll click a little square, drag it up, swipe up, come to Nanostudio. It doesn't look like it's doing it, does it? What about, can we drag it in here? No, it doesn't look like it. We'll try it here. No, it just disappears. So this is a bit of a dilemma, but of course with iOS, you've got to be a smarty pants to get around these things with iOS, always. So seems though we exported this MIDI already into Cubasis. Cubasis, shouldn't we be able to just now open up Cubasis? And we've got this MIDI here, and I should just be able to mix down this as a MIDI file. That should work, I would say. So create mix down. So here's our piano, that's cool. That's from Logic. Create a mix down, select MIDI, do mix down. We'll head over to our mix downs, and there it is, a Takeamidi demo. Now I'll select it. Now I want to export this, so we'll go to Share, More, and we'll hit Save to Files. And so here we are. I'm already here. So to do this, get to my iPad. And we've got this selected in alphabetical order. You would go down to Nanostudio, find N, Nanostudio, then into Library, MIDI, Inbox, and here I can save that MIDI. So if we hit Save, that's done. So now we can bounce back over to Nanostudio, and in here, if we hit this button up here, there's our files. So all your libraries are in here. Choose location, library, double tap, inbox, and there is the Takeamidi demo. So I should just be able to go click, drag into my pure piano, and you can import the tempo, do whatever you want, time signature. Oh, look at that. Oh my Lord. Is this going to work? Let's come back over here. We'll hit play. No way. That's wild. Well, that's pretty cool. But what about if I want to now export this into back into Logic? Can we do that? Well, let's go over to Logic first. We're going around in circles here. I'm going to jump out of this. We'll create a brand new project. Let's create a new project in Logic. Select Tracks, select MIDI. We'll just choose an instrument, piano tech. So we've got our piano tech ready to go to import this in. Let's clear all this out. Head back over to Nanostudio. We're all good to go. So how are we going to do this? Well, glad you asked. So using Takeamidi, we can come back over here. We can select our channel. Give me a sec. We'll go down to the mixer. Let's choose here. And we want to choose MIDI effects. And in here, we can add Takeamidi. So we can scroll here. I'm curious to know, can we drag the Takeamidi stuff? There's Takeamidi. Okay, so it's already running. Let's just change this as normal to 1 minute, so it's nice and slow. Now, if we take this back to the beginning and we hit play, there's our notes being recorded in. I'm sure you already can see the value for $1.99. How handy this thing is. Okay, we'll stop this here. Let's pause, and we want to hit select. And let's just drag this over here. We'll grab our little square down the bottom and lift up, swipe up from the bottom, over to Logic, import the tempo. No way. That's rad. Let's import the tempo, export the velocities. Wow. Can we convert this into a player region? No way. I probably wouldn't do that. But you can see the potential here. So, I mean, you could even come in here. Let's go a bit crazy here. And we'll create a brand new drummer. Can we do it with a drummer? All right, so here's our drummer. If we load up, come in here. Let's load Takeamidi. And there's our Takeamidi. Let's make this full screen or slow it down just a little bit as usual. And we should be able to play these drums straight in. So let's try it. Let's hit play. Cool. We'll hit pause. And you know where I'm heading with this. This is going to be great. We could drag this into Cubasis. We could probably even drag this in over at AUM. Yeah. So we'll hold down, scroll up. Now I don't even have AUM open. Now I'm holding this, right? You can see that little square moving. We'll swipe up, still holding. Open AUM, still holding. We can come in here, create a helium or something, still holding. Got this thing over here with the other finger. Swipe down. I'm typing on my keyboard. I've still got that little square happening. Load up helium. Boom. There we go. We can come in, drop those drums in. Sweet. Happy days. Get a digi-sticks going on. And we'll send this out. The digi-sticks. Let's bring this over here. Sync it up. Oh, we're not getting any sound. Now, I don't know why that is. So that's sending out to digi-sticks. It could be because of, there we go, had to change to GM. So to our GM kit. Boom. Because remember, with Logic, they use a different set of drumming. So your GM drumming, you've got different, and look, it's even kept all the velocity in here. We can set a loop on this as well. So we can drag this out. Hit play now. So access to all of the amazing drummer patterns that you've got with Logic as well. But can we go back? Let's try something a little bit wild one more time. And then we'll get out of here for the, look, I'm sure you can absolutely see the value in this. You probably don't even need me to do this little last demo. I'm just going to load up. We're not even going to load a sound for this one. I'm going to load up Octocron. All right, there we go. We've got an Octocron. Set another node. And we'll put in our fabulous Takeamidi. And we'll send Octocron out to Takeamidi. We'll go into Octocron, open this up, and I'm just going to change the mapping because what's great about Octocron, you can change the mapping. We're just going to set this to a general MIDI 16. And let's just go up here, hold down, and we'll do a smart randomize. So obviously, we're not going to play any sounds. But now that that's set, we can come over here to Takeamidi. We'll leave this running at a minute. And if I hit play, of course, you can see all the notes coming through. So that's awesome. And we can stop this at any time. Just stop, hit pause, and let's hit select, drag. And of course, we're going to now grab our little square from the bottom corner, swipe up. I'm still holding it. This is the beautiful thing. You can hold this thing and drag it around, bounce between apps. Let's show you how much I can bounce between apps. We'll close this. We'll close all of this stuff. I'm still holding it, right? And I can just drag this straight in now. Import the tempo. We'll mute. We'll mute this. Let's drag a drum kit because it's currently set to piano. We'll go to our patches, hit drums. We'll do acoustic. Let's scroll down and grab, I don't know, a smash kit. Oh, smash. Drag it in. And has this worked? Wow, 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 wow. Well, there you have it. Takeamidi is an absolute game changer at the ludicrous price of only $1.99. This is one of the most useful little utility apps for iOS in a very long time. Fantastic work to Alex Nadzharov. And remember, it's also available in a bundle alongside Alex's two other new apps, MIDI Freeze and MIDI Delay for $7.99. Are you enjoying the content here on the channel? Please let me know in the comments below and by hitting the like, doing the subscribe and ringing the bell for future episodes and live streams. As usual, it's time for me to get out of here and have a weekend off. But remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Stay awake and let's urge!